Hello everyone, welcome back to Mage Knight. We are doing a solo scenario, kind of not quite speedrunning it, just like trying to play a little bit faster than I used to. We found both cities at the end of day 2, but they're kind of protected by a host of dragons, so I decided to go the long way. Oh. I didn't think about that. I guess both dragons have fire attack and fire resist, so possessing one to attack the other is not as impressive as it might otherwise be. But what if I were like to have these two fight each other? It's still tough. And yeah, it doesn't even kill him, right? Because it attacks for 6 fire, which, fine, it does 6 damage, but if I mix in any non-fire attack, then the whole attack becomes basically non-fire. Right? If he resists... If you combine multiple attack sources into a single attack action against a unit, and that unit is resistant to any of the elements in the attack, then the whole attack is halved. So if you attack for like 6 fire and, let's say, 4 normal attack, then it's like attacking for 10 normal. That's my recollection. Let me actually double check that. Okay, I misremembered that actually. Total the attack value of all the played effects. So if you're targeting multiple enemies, like let's say you would try to kill 2 enemies with a single fire attack or something, then if either of them is resistant to fire, you have the contribution of the fire attacks. But only the inefficient attacks are halved when you're combining attacks. And which ones are inefficient is determined by whether any enemy is resistant to them. So in fact, if I used this guy, if I used his fire attack to attack him, I would need to add in only 4 additional damage. It's kind of cool, huh? Could I do that? There's no black in the source, so not yet. I don't have any way to make black. I would basically be like trying to spend mana, walk up here, and just wait around until I got black mana. It doesn't seem like a good idea. Anyway, we remove both of these tactics. It's just I hadn't thought about, actually, I do have a card in my hand that would help me with 2 dragons. Specifically these 2. But the problem is, like, even if I kill like these guys, this one is still the biggest problem because I want to get to the blue city first. It's the one that's less well defended. Clear it and use it as a jumping off point to clear the red city is the dream plan. Preparation? Is there a card in my deck that's really good? I mentioned I had played a game off camera with I can't even quite read that, with a friend just the other day, and the final combat I had like 28 wounds in my deck or something. I got really beat up trying to like just keep Volkar at bay so that my teammate could defend the city while I had no useful cards. And it was like the beginning of night 3, and my hand was like 1 card and 5 wounds or something. I was like, wait a minute, I could use preparation as my tactic for the day to draw a sacrifice and like liquidate my entire bank of mana crystals to kill like 4 of Volkar's units or something. So sometimes 1 card really can make the difference. I don't think I have such a card here, but I didn't think that last in that game either until I looked. Like, I don't know, Veil of Mist? Who cares? Will Focus can do some pretty cool stuff, I guess. But I don't see it like really helping against this because I don't have attacks of the right kind. So I don't think Preparation is that good. I'll just take Long Night and try to get more stuff done tonight. Alright, well, back we go, sadly. So I'd like to make it to the monastery now, I think. Yeah, to buy the ice mages would be quite nice. Siege Ice 4 is pretty useful. I mean, we don't have to do it right this very second, but I'd like to get there quickly. And as it happens, doing it right this very second is sort of convenient. I can just play all of these. That's 8 moves. So 3, 4, 7. And, I mean, am I going to try to save Possess for the city? Or the... Well, not the keep. It doesn't make sense to save it for the keep. I don't think I am. I think I'm just going to use it as charm. You know, you got to use what's in your hand, right? You can't, like, wait around forever to get the right thing. So... I could wait until I have more stuff next turn, I guess. But what's my reputation? It's like +1. Oh, because I killed those two wandering monsters. Where were they? These guys. Yeah. That's why my reputation's so nice. So I only actually need 8 influence for the ice mages. Okay. But that's still powering both of these, right? If I power just one of them and play this sideways, I still don't have enough. So... Great. So that's 8, 9. And I get the ice mages. And I will hang on to my rage here, because I don't know whether I'm fighting the monastery or the keep next turn. But I'm fighting something, and I'll be happy to have rage. Okay, so... Heroic Tale. Is it possible that I want to buy one of these things? Huh. Mountain lore is not something I use much, but there was this mountain here that was sort of an issue. I guess it's not really anymore. I couldn't remember the layout. I thought maybe getting on the mountain might have helped somehow. It would help me deal with the dragon, I guess. But I'm going this way, so... Boy, I have a lot of moves right now. And not all that much combat value. And units won't even help you with burning a monastery. So it might be better to just like walk into the monastery here. Not, sorry, the keep. And leave the monastery standing, even though I love artifacts. How close are we to being able to fit more units? Not close. We need 23 more fame for that. I don't think we'll get that even from a keep and a city. I mean... I have Heroic Tale? Is that good somehow? It would let me get Mountain Lore. And I'm looking at that and like, for some reason it has to be good, right? Mountains at a move cost of 5. But they're only considered safe for you at the end of this turn, which means you have to walk off of the mountain next turn or something bad happens. Right, so I couldn't like stand here and then just attack the dragon. I'd have to move down and attack the dragon, which kind of makes it not that good. I think I'm gonna have to let the monastery stand and go into the keep. I hate the loss of value, but here we are. So let's just power that for 4 move and waltz on in. And now, for what it's worth, we can see who's in the city. A lot of resistances. It's going to be tough to put together all that damage. Shock troopers should be pretty good somehow or other. Alright, what's your deal? Okay, nothing, basically. The Guardian Golems can shrug off your attack. And... oh no, hang on, I don't want to use that yet, because there's red mana just sitting here. So that's attack for 5. See you later, loser. We get extra reputation because these guys were thugs. So we don't gain any, right? We're still gaining 0. We're losing 1 for attacking the keep and getting 1 back for dispatching the thugs. Now, one thing I could have done, and I considered, was like, look at all these useless moves you have. Shouldn't you have, like, explored this tile before you went in to get value out of the move cards? Maybe. But what if there were a wandering monster right here that stopped me from assaulting the keep safely? That's what I was worried about, so I didn't do that. Anyway, pretty simple turn. Just play a couple cards, spend a crystal, clear out a keep. Pretty good value there. Good work, Guardian Golems. They've been real troopers. That's like these guys' main thing, is like having 3 toughness, armor, and physical resistance lets them just like block stuff for free quite often. Anyway, so done with that. Not a ton of fame, but we get the keep, and now we're drawing a million cards. Is 8 right? Yeah, 3, 6. Okay, and then 2 more for our 2 keeps. Ah! Stop! We're still going plenty fast. I'm not too worried about keeping up with him. I guess I could have discarded the Heroic Tail. Ah, but the Amatep Freezers are here. I could sell off the Shock Troopers for them if I wanted. Although... these guys... ah. I could make you not attack. Armor -3. And it doesn't attack. It's pretty good. Right? And I get fame and reputation for this. So powered with white, that's already 6 influence. My reputation is +1, so that's 7. And then... I probably just want to play this, like... you could maybe consider keeping it for shopping at the city or something crazy like that, but I think that's way too ambitious. I could also spend a move here to explore this tile again. I think this time it probably is worth it. So let's maybe do that before I commit to going shopping for this turn. Maybe I don't want to shop for whatever reason. So I'll spend, I don't think it matters which move, let's say the green one, to flip this tile. It does mean it could be a little harder to get here, but I don't think that really matters. Okay. Ooh. There's another keep right there. Maybe I could go blow up that keep first. Then I'd have even more cards. Although there's only 6 in my hand, so if I have to spend much on the keep, I'll be in a little trouble. Because I'm adding like 4 more moves to my my needs. It would be nice to take out the city tonight. Yeah, considering that I also want to buy the freezers, I think taking the keep down is a little too much. I won't actually get much value out of it. So we're just going to go ahead with the original plan. 6, 8, 9. I could power this and get 12 instead, but there's nothing I could do with that. So shock troops, you will be deleted. I don't know, maybe they're supposed to go on the bottom of this deck or something, but it doesn't really matter. And that's it. And we're going to try and take the city next turn. Yeah, not a ton of time left, but enough. I could heal up first. I think that's worth it. I could make a white crystal if I wanted. All your units gain all resistances. That's something I hadn't thought about. Four, 5, and 4. Huh. Oh, I just realized I was thinking about, oh, wait a minute. The shock troopers would reduce the size of someone's damage so that they could bump into armor more easily. But actually, I don't have the shock troopers anymore. You have ice resistance. Does that help? Not quite. But if I Veil of Mist, I think like that's probably pretty good. I have access to Siege Ice 5. Which, I mean, I could use to kill this guy before he shoots, but his shooting won't even really matter. So I should probably use it to do damage to this guy who's tough to do damage to. And you are just like a nightmare. Where am I going to come up with 16 damage? I might have to take a hit from this guy and come back later. Anyway, oh, I do have Long Night, so I can afford to spend some more cards here, if that would be useful. Right, because I have more cards coming. If I can get value out of the cards I have, and then get a value out of like more cards somehow. I don't know, I think we just leave it at this for the turn. Just a tiny little heal. And I don't really want to use up any of that mana. I wouldn't mind using up the red, but there's nothing to do it on. Okay, yeah, end turn. Crystal Joy. Would have liked that last turn. Okay, this turn and then one more, huh? What can we do at this city? This is the white city. You can hire units. There's not really any interaction to be had there. I guess if I could gain even a little bit of value now, it would be a good time to do so. But I mean, oh, Will Focus is my last card? It's not even anything I could Crystal Joy. Yeah, I think we just move in and try to do what we can here. So that's my march, my stamina. And the details are still unclear to me, but I suspect we want Veil of Mist. Because we could block almost all the damage for free, right? With that. So, like, the mana situation is complicated. But I think I want to power my mana draw. to make this... I keep forgetting this is not mana pull. This is the basic mana draw. You can only pick one color and you get two of them. So if I use this to give me like white tokens, for example, then I'm like not even gaining anything out of it. I was thinking it would be cool to like be able to use this as a ranged attack and... But, I don't know. I mean, I could make double blue, but I don't know if I even really want that. Oh, yeah, I want a lot of blue, actually. These guys want blue. This wants blue. Sure. So let's set this to... Oh, what color is blue? Is it 2? Yeah. So set this to blue and give me 2 blue crystals. Tokens, I should say. Oops, it turned into red. And then I'll take black from the source. Now my units gain all resistances, which makes blocking pretty easy, right? Your 5 damage goes on this guy, ignored. Your 4 damage goes on this guy, ignored. Your 4 damage... You're not allowed to assign like 3 here and 1 to your hero, I think, right? Let me go pause and look at the rules yet again. Yeah, it's... Oh, wait a minute. I think some of what I just did is cheating a little. I just remembered these guys are brutal. So they're actually assigning 8 damage. It's a little bit unpleasant. If only we had those shock troopers back again. No, they'd be reducing it only by 3, and they would still take too much. Or no, they'd be effectively reducing it by 6, because this would be just an attack 1, right? Doubled would be 2. Right, because it costs 4 to block, but when we're not blocking, it assigns 8 damage. Okay, so instead, let's say we assign this here. That really is ignored, and then I take a few hits. You're attacking for 8. I have 3 armor, so I would take 3 wounds with poison. But Mistform says I'm resistant also. I ignore the first wound and all effects, so I just take 2 plus poison. Fine. I mean, we could try blocking it. I have this blue crystal just sitting here. And it's not impossible. I could like power improvisation and power determination or something. But we need stuff left for damage, I think. So anyway, that's all the blocking handled. This guy's double fortified. I thought briefly he had a marker saying not fortified, but no, it's the opposite. Okay, so, I mean, we don't actually have a ton of damage, but we have some. Oh, I forgot, I have the Amatep freezers. Oh, of course, yeah. We should use that, huh? On whom? On this guy, I could prevent some wounds and get in some damage. This guy, I wouldn't be preventing any wounds, but I would be getting in damage against someone who's like super resistant. But honestly, his damage doesn't matter much. I can just come back at him next turn. So I think actually I should use it on this guy. So if I give the Amatep freezers... Yeah. This way I save myself 4 wounds, which is sort of nice. Because now when this guy... Alright, let's move the damage back. You're getting blocked. Or not blocked. You're taking damage but ignoring it. You're taking damage but ignoring it. This guy doesn't attack. And he gets armor -3, so instead of 9, he has only 6. So that's how we blocked, and let's remember that by putting you here. And now we need like, oh, I don't need it. I don't need to pay for it I don't need it to be siege because it doesn't help. So we'll just tap this for an ice attack 4/5 against this guy. So he has 6 armor and physical resistance. We've done 5, so he just takes 2 more to kill, and this handles it. So all of that kills this guy. These 2 remain. Could I possibly put together 16 damage? It's hard to imagine, right? 4, 8, 10 is the most I can do. So let's just use a powered rage. Which is 4, 5 to kill these guys. What is this card doing? Oh, it's the attack 2 that's needed to finish off the Ultimate Mages. And so this guy is still just like living the dream. Last card, right, Will Focus. We have to come up with so much damage to get to him. But with Will Focus, I might be able to do it next turn, I suppose. Oh, I should... Yeah, we use these guys, of course. That's what the blue mana on them is for. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish him tonight, but I guess that's what the day is for. I don't know what I'm drawing off of Long Night, obviously. It might be a really good card, or it might just be junk. But I can keep this. It's not like I need to get it out of my... Like, I could spend this now to get a crystal now. And I might want that, or I might not. But I don't have to decide, because keeping it in hand doesn't cost anything. I'm overdrawing anyway. Or I'm not going to overdraw, rather. So end turn and level up. Ah, we're getting an advanced action. That's nice. Does that help? Ambush. Your first attack card. So it wouldn't affect unit attacks, although I don't have any of those left that matter. I don't have any siege or flavored attacks, so it would just be like +4 attack if I... Sorry, +2 attack. But it would be a move and 2 attack. Yeah, I mean, we might get there. Plus I'm gaining some unknown skill. Let me just mark that we haven't defeated this guy. I'm still leveling up. Okay, good. And we're going to have to retreat. I think you have to retreat to where you started, right? Let me check that in the rules as well, I guess. Okay, unsurprisingly you do. So I have to go back here. I can't like go up there or something. But yeah, I think we end turn and level up here. No, I flipped this guy. It flipped him back when I'm... Oh, I see. It doesn't think I'm supposed to move back until after I'm done attacking. Whatever. It doesn't matter, but I'll just do it the way the game wants me to. Or the mod, rather. It shuffled them somehow. This is the guy we're not defeating. Okay, fine. And I still think playing this sideways is the way to go. The blue mana I already put back. That's what I wanted to do. Good. Yeah. Have you moved to a safe space? I did it earlier, but you wouldn't let me. Now I'm doing it. And I'm pretty sure I want the ambush. Force of Nature is kind of cute. But since we can't actually kill him... Where'd he go? In like the siege phase, any attack is, you know, the more attack the better, basically. And he resists everything. So, I mean, I guess in some sense, ambush is just like move 2 and 1 attack. And I don't know how important the move is, because, like, I don't know. Like, physical resistance this combat would give me... It would block all the damage for free. It saves 2 wounds, right? Because I can just assign the 5 damage to my ice mages. No, my Amatep freezers. Yeah, maybe that's worth doing. I don't know. What are my available skills? Ugh, I kind of want the +2 damage. Don't need that. Once a turn, play a card sideways for +4 if you use mana. It has to be the right mana, but I have plenty, so that should be okay. I guess I don't have any white, but whatever. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's probably worth more than this if we assume mana is free. Which it's not, but to a first approximation. So, yeah. I guess take that and use Force of Nature to just, like, either stop 2 wounds, or if something else seems better, then I can use it for some attack if I have to and take the wounds. It's more flexible in that way, whereas ambush isn't. Yeah. So I'll take this, and I'll take universal power. Hello? Oh, okay. It somehow randomly picked 3 cards out of the deck without picking up the deck, which feels a little weird to me. All right, is this enough to defeat... What are these guys called? The Altum Guardsmen. I would have to come up with 16 damn damage. Okay. So 2 here, 3... Okay, let's say we move. 1... 2, 3, 4. Play this sideways powered is 8. I don't have enough mana to play everything, actually. I can't play both of these powered and also play this powered. Wait a minute, but I don't want to play this powered. Oh, but I want to play... I've already said I'm powering this. And I want to power Will Focus. No. I have enough mana. I can't play this for damage. Okay. So anyway, there's 2, 6, 7. And imagine I could play... Oh, 8. Imagine I could play everything in my hand. Would it total up 8 damage? It would. Actually, I think I have just enough if I play Force of Nature sideways, which, by the way, means I really would have been happier with Ambush. But... So, move in. Spend a green here for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Spend another green here to power this for 7, 8. Yes. I take 2 wounds, which is fine. Okay, so let's actually take that turn now. So, we move in to the city. And obviously we're losing reputation again, but you got to attack the city, right? So we just let the damage come in, come get me. And then we have to do damage ourselves. So with universal power, so let's read the text on this. Once a turn, you may add 1 mana to a card played sideways. If you do, it gains +3 instead of +1. If it's an action or spell of the same color as that mana, it gives +4. So I'm playing this for 4 attack. 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is 7 more. 15, 16. So I don't know that Ambush really would have helped that much. I could have walked in and I would still have a move card in my hand, or maybe Promise. I could have saved Promise, I think. Or saved some card, and maybe I could use Promise to go shopping, but I don't think so. All right, so we did actually just barely clear out the city here. Cool. So it's nice to have it done by the end of night, too, and not have to do it during the day. Now I can spend my time clearing out these dang dragons from the safety of the city. Removing both of those tactics, obviously. I'm taking Mana Steal, I assume. What the hell is this? Weird inventory. Okay, let's... I mean, it makes sense. This is the skill I have, but I don't think I've been relying super heavily on that skill. I just, don't have enough... I guess I used my mana draw to make 2 blue. I spent a white to make 2 blue, and now I'm stuck with this. But, I mean, it's fine. I'm happy to have the mana. I just wish I had some of the middle kind as well. Is Mana Steal going to be good? Probably. I could steal the... I don't even know what mana you're supposed to steal, is the thing. Do you steal the mana you're about to use, or do you steal mana you're going to hang on to for a while? Ideally, I would just have this red and re-roll it immediately to, start being useful mana, which I guess means I should steal the green, right? I don't think there's any reason at all to take Early Bird. There's no way he's getting through his deck before I do. I'm in a city. I'm next to keeps. I'm going to be engaging in giant combats. I'm not concerned about that. Incidentally, okay, I can't hire any... Well, I mean, I could hire units if I were willing to replace mine. The gunners and the catapults are here. Siege Ice 5 would be pretty cool. Although, actually, I didn't do it on purpose. It's just these are all the 2 level 3 units available. I guess I have, the perfect stuff to take out some fire dragons, right? I have, huge ice attacks and stop enemies from attacking stuff. So it would probably be no problem to take this guy down. it would cost me my units, which, in a sense, your units are an extension of your hand size, right? A whole bunch of stuff in Mage Knight. I know this is not playing quickly, this is pontificating. A whole bunch of stuff in Mage Knight is kind of like the more cards you have, the better things are. Like, yes, it's nice to add more cards, like to have good cards instead of bad cards. But even adding one bad card to your hand is a huge upgrade. Like, there's just fights you can't take. Like that last fight we had, right? If I'd had one fewer sideways card, I wouldn't have been able to finish off that city. Now, in that case, my hand size was small because I was out of deck. But there are situations like that one where, indeed, the previous time I fought the city, probably, where, you know, one extra sideways card goes from, like, you can't finish the city, and you take, like, 6 wounds in order to partially finish it, or you completely finish it and take no wounds. Right? So, just adding any one random piece of junk to your hand is quite strong. And units are like one insane card that you get added to your hand once per round at a time of your choosing, which is really, really good. Which is why I choose, like, I'm reluctant to just spend my units immediately taking out this dragon, because they could be useful in other ways, right? At a time when I don't have, you know, the city backing me up. I'm probably going to do it anyway, because you got to get value where you can, and right now most of my cards kind of suck, but my units are great. Right? And for like a single blue mana, I think, and exhausting these 2 units, I can clear them out. Right? Attack 5, or sorry. They don't do damage, and they take -3 armor, and then we ice attack 4. That's like an ice attack 7. Yeah, it just kills them. So the 2 units together just take out this fire dragon, no problem. And he's quite hard to deal with any other way. Now, I could try to go shopping first, but I don't really have any shopping to do, so I'm not going to. So I think that's the turn, is we just, like... Really? We just do nothing but spend my units? That doesn't seem right. I guess what I would rather do instead... Is it at all realistic to fight both dragons at once? Could I squeeze extra, like, time out that way? Oh, there's Mana Steal, by the way. I haven't even picked a tactic, jeez. But I'm planning out the turn to decide, like, what tactic I want, right? That makes sense. I don't have any way to add resistances right now. I have Mistform, but it's not Knight, so I can't use this to give my units resistance. In a sense, I would prefer, I think, for this guy to be the one who doesn't attack. Right? Because he's kind of attacking for 12. But I guess really, I don't know. I could use the Guardian Golems to ice block 4, and then it's not too much more to finish him off. And then just physical damage will kill him. Yeah. Okay, so I guess what I'm going to do is not use any mana this turn, and just like use my 2 ice dudes to finish off that place. And maybe... Well, it's not that I'm using no mana. Yeah. Okay. So, sorry, I'm dithering a lot. I think I'm going to Mana Steal the green. And then I'll use my mana draw to save me some blue crystals. I don't think that's a huge deal, but neither is the mana draw itself, is it? Actually, it might be. I think the mana draw might be pretty cool. To have next turn. So I'm just going to spend, I think, 2 blue crystals here. Because I want to use Mist Form. Just to, like, get some value out of... play a card usefully, right? So... hang on. How good is that? One of the reasons I was thinking of using Mist Form would be, like, to get over... I could go around this dragon? That's awful, right? I don't want to do that? Yeah, I don't want to use Mist Form. Never mind. We're going to save that for next turn. I can't find any cards that I'm using this turn. And you are required to play one of them or discard it. I guess it'll be Tranquility. So we just challenge this monster. And we spend a blue crystal here. Target enemy does not attack and gets armor -3. If they're ice resistant, they could protect it, but of course he isn't. So he has armor only 4. And then I activate these guys to do an ice attack 4. Doesn't have to be siege, so I don't have to pay blue mana for it, because this guy's already chosen not to attack. Ooh, am I getting another unit slot? I am. So maybe I could hire the gunners or the catapults before I go. I don't have any influence cards. I guess I have one, right? So my raid is an influence card. Or something like that. Probably my stamina might be, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just using this to no particular purpose. I just have to discard some. You're not allowed to spend a turn where you don't play or discard any cards. And I don't need any cards to kill this guy, and no cards would be particularly helpful in doing so. Actually, you know, a swiftness might be even worse, because there's just no... With mana draw, I could make a lot of white mana, I guess. But I was planning to make a bunch of blue mana, because I'm going to start spending this pretty quick. I think I'll discard a swiftness. Yeah. And, sadly, nothing from the source, I think. Like, I guess I could keep the ice mages available if I wanted. Maybe if I, like, played... They're at 4 with physical resist, so I'd have to do 8. But I guess 8 isn't that bad, right? That's 4. 5, 6. 7. 8? It's obviously not the most efficient use of these 2 cards, but I think it's more important to preserve the ice mages. Yeah, definitely. Okay. So that's 4, 6, 7, 8 damage. He has 4 armor and physical resist, so that all works. So we defeat him. Great. And we managed to use some red mana from the source, so that's nice too. And I emptied a bunch of my hand, so that there's a chance we draw one of my influence cards. Yeah, 8 is right. And we did. We got Heroic Tale. Let's tell the story of how we wiped out that dragon, shall we? There is white here. And threaten. What is my discount here? I have 1 reputation and 3 shields in the city, right? Because I've defeated 3 monsters, so I should get a discount of 3, I think. While conquered, get influence bonus equal to the number of shields. Yeah, so I'm at +4 influence. And the white city... You can recruit units of all types. And you can pay 2 influence to add a gold unit to the offer. I mean, I guess I could go looking for Altum Mages or something. But Catapults and Amatep Gunners are pretty good as well. So maybe I could replace the Guardian Golems. How much influence could I come up with? Like, we said we're at +4. To buy both of these would be 17, which is 13. I could get 6 here. I would need 7 more. It's possible. And it doesn't even matter that I threaten them because they're just so in awe of my heroism, right? Hiring 1 more unit gives me more fame and more reputation. I guess that's okay. I could get rid of the Amatep Freezers instead. Because they're already used up this turn and the Guardian Golems aren't. But I mean, the Amatep Freezers are a better unit. It's nice to have them around. But I don't know. Given that I have a ton of blue and red mana, I guess the Guardian Golems are pretty good. I don't know. Amatep Freezers are so good in City Assaults. I think I'm going to replace the Guardian Golems. But we don't have to decide yet. Well, we have to decide a little bit. Because I have to decide whether I'm using this white mana in the source for Heroic Tail or for mana draw. And I guess I don't really want the green at all. I could mana draw to manufacture like 2 white tokens, but I don't want that. So, okay, we'll do this. Now I have 6 influence. And we're planning to play this powered. Hang on. Powered. No. So that's 11. Plus my base of 4 is 15. And we wanted 17. So that's any 2 cards sideways. I choose like Swiftness and probably Mana Draw. I don't know. Mana Draw could be useful if we hit like a white mana in the source. It would be really nice to be able to make like 2 mana of any color I want. In particular, like maybe white. Whereas I don't think I'm going to need March very bad. I think I'm just going to play moves sideways because I'm not going to do much moving this round. So, like this. That's my 17. I disband the Guardian Golems. And I hire the Gunners and the Catapults. And I gain +2 fame and +2 rep, but also -1 rep, so just +1. Well, he's drawing pretty badly. We've got a lot of time. Not that I need the time. All right. So now it's time to go fight those other dragons, which ought to be a piece of cake. White, green. All right, I have some green over here. Charm, huh? Not much use for that now, I guess. I didn't realize I was using up all my red mana, and now I don't have a way to use this altar. Because I would like to do that, right? 7 more fame would get me here, but I guess it doesn't matter. I'm leveling up when I kill this guy. So the important thing is, nope, not that. This. Use Mist Form, because Mist Form gets me so much movement. Hang on. There's white mana in the source. I probably want to mana draw, right? No. I want to mana draw when I'm on the altar to manufacture 2 red tokens. Yeah, that makes sense. So spend blue mana here. Move 4. Oh wait, this isn't a hill, is it? No. So I'm here, and I move 1, 2 for my 4 moves, because everything has a cost of 2. That provokes the dragon, and also, for what it's worth, shows me what's in the city. This is the city that makes all physical attacks brutal. Most of them already are. This guy's a little tough. But he's not fortified, so we can probably put together enough ranged and siege damage to kill him before attacks. Yeah, this city looks kind of like a pushover, honestly. Okay, anyway, we challenge the dragon challenges us because we moved past him. And I think actually with this green mana, I just ice him? Right? I thought I was going to have to do something cute, but I don't. I mean, it depends on how many units I want to spend, but all we need is 8 siege damage? That's not even hard? It just costs like 1 green crystal? And a unit? Well, not crystal, but the green mana we stole earlier. Oh, there's green mana here. Okay. So let's do that. I had all these clever schemes for how to like reduce his damage and then whatever, but I don't have to do that. So just give me this green mana, please. I mean, we could also spend these 2 units, I guess, but I don't want to. And I'll just siege attack 6 if that's okay. 7, not that it helps. And I need 1 more siege damage, which I can get from tapping either of these guys, but the catapults don't cost any mana to do it. I'm not sure how important my blue mana really is. Like, do I really need to preserve that? It might be better to preserve the... We should look at the... Because the catapults can do more damage for 1 mana, which could be quite important. Like, Siege Ice 5 is really nice here. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to go ahead and keep the catapults ready. This is costing a ton of mana in a way. Because if I pay the blue here, which, you know, fine, I will. Now these guys, not only have I spent blue mana on them, but I can't gain 2 blue mana from them for free. In fact, I think it might be better this round to use these guys to make mana rather than to catapult the city. I don't think I have enough gas left to go after the city. So maybe I won't do it that way. Maybe I'll keep my blue mana and activate the catapults for a normal siege attack of size 3. This is a siege attack of size 6. So that's 9, and this is played just for fun. And I think this is a very reasonable time to use Crystal Joy. And just stash that green away permanently. And Charm can go straight into the toilet to let. I guess I'm playing it. I'm not playing it sideways. I'm discarding it, and that lets me keep the Crystal Joy to keep crystallizing, so I can power up for the city combat. Yeah, that seems good. All right. Chivalry and ritual attack. What is chivalry? Attack, or you can attack less and get reputation and fame when you defeat. Well, that seems kind of lame. Just like a weak attack. Ambush. I mean, ambush is pretty cool, but it's green. And I just like have a lot of pressure on my green mana, right? Blue and red cards are just way better for me right now. What are the other things I can do? What is this? Once a turn, play a card sideways for 2, or a non-action card, or a non-basic card for 3? Advanced action spell or artifact gain 3, yeah. Okay. Flight is a great ability, apparently. Like, I guess I undervalue it, but I looked at a poll recently of like strong players, and they were all like, flight is insane. And it must be said, being able to move over 2 spaces without worrying about provoking enemies or weird terrain in the way is quite helpful. But at the moment, I'm adjacent to my objective, so I'm not too worried about that. However, the motivation skills are just nuts. So I'm going to take that. These are all whatever. Ambush is okay. I think ritual attack is a lot better, though. I mean, it's not always a lot better. But, like, for example, if I used it... Oh, I was going to say, what if I used it together with ambush? But, of course, I can't do that. It would be kind of cool to get, like, a siege... Or, like, with will focus, for example. You get siege fire 6 out of those 2, which can easily kill even a very tough enemy. So, I mean... I don't exactly have a plan to use ritual attack this round, but I don't have a plan to use anything else either. I'm just gonna... Well, do I? Is there some way I could take advantage of these against the guy with physical resist? It's hard to imagine, right? I guess he only has physical resist. I could consider, like, you know, fire attack 6 might be really good. And I have 2 units. Yeah, I could totally kill that guy this round. All right, give me this. Oh, and motivation, of course. Even though it won't be worth that much this round, because I have plenty of draw, having motivation to assault the city is great. All right, so my plan for this turn was basically just, like, to open up the source and get a bunch of red mana for the altar. So use this to... Wait, that doesn't seem right. There was a red in there, wasn't there? Not sure about that, but okay, whatever. Red is 5? Yeah, okay. Doesn't matter, obviously, but it's nice to test myself. So there's my 2 red mana. And my 3rd red mana to open up this altar. I mean, I don't even know how good that is. I guess it's fine. It's something to do with a very small number of cards that costs very few cards. I don't know. It might be more important to just, like... It's just so hard to get to this guy without a good move in my hand, you know? How many moves are left in my deck? 2. So if I play only one card for the turn, like I might draw one, but it's not super likely. I have one here, obviously. I'm not sure it's actually worth spending a crystal and a turn to get 7 fame. Right? Like, what am I doing with the fame? Okay, this mirrored source is fricked up. That's supposed to be red. It doesn't always sync properly, and I don't know why, so I don't know what to try to do to fix it. Like, is there something that I do that it doesn't understand? I could avoid doing that, but I can't figure out what it is. I mean, on the other hand, like, fighting this dragon only gives me 9 fame. What am I worried about? Like, there's 7 that's just so easy to get, just sitting here. And then I can go walk over here and grab a bunch more mana. I can also try, like, going into the city and kill a couple of these dudes before the round ends. It seems like that's got to be the best thing to do, right? Anyway, but this is an okay use of my time. I think. So, give me the mana, or give me the token. So, it landed on top of a thing. All right. So there's the 3 red mana for you, and we're going to gain 7 fame and have done basically nothing. Okay, the source looks correct. And next turn with motivation, we should be able to do something useful maybe. All right, we have total 2 turns left. And not as much mana as I would like. Yeah. I mean, attacking the city seems nice. But I think it might be important to do so while... Oops. How many of these are red? Does it matter? 2 green and a white. So what do I get out of green and white here? Siege and ranged, right? Ranged fire 4, siege 3, siege fire 3. Anything I could do with that? Not really. I guess I could come up with ranged 8. Doesn't kill that guy though. These cards are just move and influence or something? Yeah. Okay. So I think it's important to just like stock up on red crystals a little. Well, hang on. Let's just use... because I want to go like get onto that tile. And then at the end of the round, use motivation and attack the city, I think. And it would be nice to crystallize something along the way. So maybe... this is my move, and for that matter, my turn. I get to here, which means when I end my turn, I get... Does it have to be red, or can I pick? Yeah, it's red, okay. And I can Crystal Joy, not discarding anything. For a white, and play this for a white as well. Okay, now I'm starting to feel a little bit better about my mana situation. Oh, although if I had powered that blue, I guess I could be discarding my wound. But having this in hand next turn shouldn't even matter, so I'm not worried about it. All right, end of round. Now, these don't look like great cards to assault a city. But I think they actually might be. I mean, obviously not. But they might be. I think they're good enough to make some progress. Oh, ranged fire 6. I didn't notice that. So what I'm thinking is I play this to move into the city. And yeah, we can take out one or two of the defenders. Yeah. And we'll suffer a few wounds, I think, but that should be fine. And then at the end of the turn, we'll get more red mana because we'll have to retreat back. So now I'm in the city. Very good. And it would be nice to take out, in particular, the Medusa, so that I don't get like knocked out, paralyzed, or whatever. And I will take an absolute truckload of wounds if I don't kill a few of these guys. But I think I can kill quite a few of them, in fact. So first of all, this guy, right? He's the one who's going to do a ton of damage and isn't fortified. So we can work on him with a... Oops. Ranged fire 6. And so we just need 4 more, right? Well, look at that. Actually, maybe I could combine him. I'm trying to figure out whether I can usefully use the red mana, because if I discard a white card, I'm getting ranged attack 3. Which... Not discard, throw away. Which I can supplement with this to do a total of, 10 ranged, right? And I can use this to siege. I don't think I can use. I don't think I need the extra 1 damage. If I do 3 here and add this to it, that's 10. Or I could pay a mana to make it like 10 without having to use this. So I can basically pay a mana to get this effect. Oh, hang on. Let's use my motivation so I have green mana, which does matter. Because I can play this sideways. With mana using universal power. So, I mean, the obvious other thing I want to do is use a Siege Ice 4. Is there any blue over here? Just red and white, huh? I'm not using any of that, sadly. No, there's... Idiot. Of course I'm using red. Good. So that's. Let's not make that. That was red. No, I broke the source. Okay. Let's not make that attack until I'm ready to deal with that guy. Let's make this attack first because it's easy. Siege attack 4, killing the Medusa, so I don't suffer a giant pile of damage and get knocked out and stuff. Oops. Leave it face up. We're killing her. Now... I can't really kill much of anything else ranged. So... Anyone have useful resistances? No. Okay, so in that case, I guess we play this, discarding, throwing away Promise for a ranged attack 3. And then this is a ranged fire attack. Where is he? Here he is. Ranged fire attack 6, that's total 9 ranged, 10 ranged, killing this guy as well. Now these two we have not managed to kill before the combat damage is assigned. I kind of thought that this green mana would help me somehow. It will. Hang on. If I spend a red mana on this, then I get 1 more damage and don't have to use this thing. So we're doing 6, 10 ranged damage. Ranged, actually all of it ranged fire even, to this guy. We're still only killing these two, which means these guys are assigning wounds. So you're assigning me what? 2 doubled is 4, and you would be 2 doubled is 4 also, if I assigned it all to myself. I don't want that to happen. So I probably should assign some of it to my units. I don't want that to happen either, but here we are. It's too bad you guys don't have fire resist or something. So... I mean, I could wound both of these. What's in this city? It's the red city, and you can buy artifacts. Okay, but you can't heal. Am I leveling up or anything? No, right? Yeah. Wait, that doesn't seem right. 25 fame should include some level ups, right? Not sure what that's all about. I guess they just want to have room for end turn and level up and round. Okay, but there's no available skills that actually heal, so we don't know we're going to get any healing for the units. I can't afford to assign all of it to myself. So I'm assigning, what, 12 and then 12? Ranged fire attack is not very good anymore, I think. So let's assign 6 damage to the gunners. Oh my god. Just... Okay. 6 damage to the gunners, leaving me with 6 and 12. 6 I could assign to myself, taking 2. Sorry. Yeah, 2 wounds. And then 12 would give me 3 more. That's a total of 5. That doesn't knock me out. Sure. And I haven't taken any other wounds this turn, right? Right. I had these in hand already. So... 6. I have to assign myself 6 damage. That's 2 wounds. Wait, you're not brutal? I thought everything here was brutal, but you're not. Hang on, maybe I don't have to do this. I have to assign 12 and 6. Yeah, I can just take 5 wounds myself. Okay, that's fine. And play this move sideways with universal power for 5 attack. Sorry, 4 attack. And then 1 more is 5, which just kills these guys. So now all that's left defending the city is the gunners. You should have let me level up? Right? I mean, I obviously can do it. But shouldn't you have told me about it? Okay, I guess I'll just... I mean, you're not even giving me the skill tiles? I have to get those myself? I'm not sure what it's confused about. Anyway... Oh, I shouldn't be getting skill tiles, should I? I'm here. Well, that's fine. No, that's not where they go. They go in there. Error in script. Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, we just get a new command token. That's fine. But I guess that's why it didn't tell me anything. Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we were around here. I could go looking. Like, aren't the guys we beat are in here, right? No, maybe not. Where does it put defeated enemies? They go up at the top? I'm pretty sure they still exist somewhere. I guess not. I'm sure they exist somewhere because... What the heck is this? Because there's this button here to shuffle them back into the... I don't know. Maybe that just recreates new items. Okay, it doesn't matter. I think it gave us the right amount of fame. It just doesn't know we're supposed to level for some reason. Ah, here it is. The discard. So we killed that guy for 8. And that's it in this city. We didn't kill any dragons. We killed you for 5. It's 13. And we killed you is 18. So I was 18 back from here, which is 70. So I was there. Okay, whatever. At any rate, there is no more stuff I should do to process my level up. I have gained a crystal from the mine. I have confirmed that my hand size should be 7. And it wouldn't matter if my deck were 100% wounds. My units can easily finish this fight. Well, I need at least 1 card so I can play it as a move to get in. Preparation. That would be interesting. I mean, I guess what I want is Heroic Tail so I can hire more units. Because killing this guy is going to be a walk in the park. Or maybe... I mean, like, I'm just thinking about the score, right? It won't even show me. I could take, like, healing to remove 2 wounds, but I think hiring some units is... Yeah, because that'll give me more fame as well. Yeah, so we'll use preparation for Heroic Tail. And I don't even need motivation this turn, right? I want to use it next turn when I'm shopping because all this stuff is easy. Let's just march in like this or something. I guess, like... Yeah, I guess I have enough siege fire damage, don't I? Or, well, siege non-ice. Because you can do 5 with a red mana, and I can add 1 more. So let's do this. Oops. Yeah, I don't have access to any useful mana. I could, like, use Veil of Mist, but there's no reason to. Activate the catapults for siege 5, 6. He's taken care of. And end turn? Kind of overdid it here. I told you at the beginning this wasn't going to be a difficult game. Just wanted to make sure I could play at a sort of reasonable pace. Okay, it didn't draw me up to 9 for some reason. And I'll use motivation as well to do maximum shopping. Not that that's likely to be a huge deal. Didn't get much else in the way of influence cards. But at least there's white in the source. And I can play this sideways for 4 influence, so that's 10. Plus, I'm at like 5 for having 4 shields and 1 rep. So that's 15 influence. And all the rest, 16? $17, I mean. And I could pay a red mana if I wanted. I'm using, there we go. A red mana would cost me a fame, so I don't think it could possibly be worth it, right? You get points at the end of the game for crystals. So this is 6, 8, plus my 5 is, no, that doesn't seem right. 6, oh yeah, 8, 12, plus my 5 is 17. 18, 22, right? That's all the influence I can get, and there's no point saving any of it. 9, it's 18. I have 23 if I bought this, but I don't want them. So I guess, what can I do in the red city? Oh, you can buy artifacts for 12, that's right. Artifacts are worth points. But yeah, I guess actually since all my units are level 3, there's no point buying 2 of them. You get the same number of points for... I won't even be upgrading points if I buy a second, so... I guess for my 22, I'll take the heroes and an artifact. Alright, sure. Amulet of the Sun. Doesn't really matter. And gain 2 fame... No, 1 fame and 1 reputation. Because I only bought 1 unit. And then end the turn. Yes, game over. I agree. Have you looked at your final score? Oh, I thought it would pop up automatically. Okay. There you go. So how'd we do? 178. Is this good? I don't know. But we did finish it in 2.5 hours, so it's not like 4 or 5, which is what I thought it was. If you're reasonably experienced, and even playing somewhat slowly, like I tend to, with all this explaining and stuff, 2.5 hours for a solo game. It's longer in cooperative. I've never tried competitive, and I might get a chance to do that this weekend. I don't know if it makes things faster or slower. Probably faster, because you don't have so much conferring to do. Didn't end up getting that much, like, knowledge, I guess. Basically just leveled up 4 times and knocked over 2 mage towers. Mana crystals, sure. Did well on units. Only 1 mage tower, so I must have bought a spell from it. Yes, I remember that. I paid blue mana for Mist Form. Ruins. So yeah. I mean... I guess if I had preparation for my healing, I would have gotten, well, yeah, I could have used this green mana to save 4 points, which is at least as much as I got out of, the other thing. But I wasn't sure whether that would... It seemed like hiring units... The fact that I drew Threaten kind of made drawing my other influence card a bit weaker. Oh well. Yeah, we didn't do that much adventuring or whatever. I feel like I just defeated a lot of wandering enemies, basically. Right? Like, one... I didn't even do this dungeon, did I? Okay, I got these 2 fortified sites, but I got 1, 2, 3, 4... And then the 2 dragons, 5, 6. Oh, I could have fought this guy instead of going shopping. I always forget that's even an option. I could have absolutely smashed this guy and easily gotten more fame. Right? Because I only gained 6 from all my shopping. Whereas I could have used my units. Spent a little mana on them, maybe. Is he fortified? He is, right? No. Oh, yeah. So just the gunners and the ice mages could have killed him for free. It would have cost a little mana. 1 blue. So, okay. Missed a chance for some points there. Oh, well. No big deal. That's the end of Mage Knight. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.